Heaven's California.
Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a reaction to Mr. Nightmare, or sorry, Nightmare Files. I keep getting them mixed up. 3 creepy true horror stories, watch until the end, which I planned on it, so that's fine. So I know I said I'm not going to upload for another like 6 days from now, but I was just kind of thinking, you know what, I'm just going to do it. But now that I'm doing a video, thank you guys for 1,500 subscribers. I did not expect myself getting to that. I didn't even expect myself getting to 1,000, so let's get to 2,000 now. I know we can do it. And stop messaging me because I'm trying to do a video. Like, what are you doing? It's so rude. Anyway, yeah. So if I say I'm not gonna do a video a certain day, then don't quote me for it, because I'm probably I just kind of want to do videos now. So I kind of don't, because I kind of have work to do, not a lot. I can easily do it in like an hour, but I'm just gonna film some videos first, and I can edit later because I don't have to go to bed early today. So hopefully I can upload all these videos and do the homework as well. Which is, it's not that much. It's not due for the week anyway, so it's not that bad. But anyway, let's get right into it. It's about 11 minutes and 16 seconds. Again, just not a specific genre, just horror stories. So let's get right into it.
I rushed to the back door and quietly yelled for the dogs to come in. They ran in and I herded them to the front room. Then
Are you a
I saw
cop?
the mailbox slide open.
Nightmare Files.
It's kind of creepy. Looks like a scarecrow in a sense, but kind of curious what these will be about.
My name is Gordon. I'm 22 years old. But this story happened when I was 10. And it takes place in Florida. Me, my 6-year-old brother, and parents were on our way to Disney World for the weekend. It was our first time driving there, and we got a bit lost. We had to leave in the afternoon, and it was quite a long drive from where we lived. And like I said, we got a bit lost. It was dark outside. We had to drive through the country lanes, but it wasn't just dark. It was basically pitch black because there were no street lamps whatsoever. The country roads we were driving through were quite creepy. I know me and my brother were freaked out, and to be honest, I think my parents were too. We had been driving for a while and I had to pee very bad. I know we could pull over, but I really didn't want to because it was scary as hell out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
But
that.
unfortunately, I couldn't hold it anymore, so I asked my dad to pull over.
Okay, well, you know what this story's gonna be about now.
There were some nearby bushes, which led into a forest. It was pretty cold outside and I was shivering. Like I said, it was pitch black, but I could see a little bit because our car's headlights were on. I went to do my business when I heard a branch snap.
I'm
I
trying to
looked
pee.
up towards the
Leave me
woods,
alone.
And I saw some kind of light. It was a lantern. I looked closer and it was floating up, and then I saw it wasn't floating. Someone was picking it up. And the lantern light revealed a face I would never forget. It was a man who looked to be in his late 40s. He had gray beard, and he was smiling with his eyes wide open.
Can I go to the washroom
He
in
had
peace?
crooked yellow teeth. I stood there in shock, with tears in my eyes. He then motioned with his finger for me to come toward him.
I'm trying to
I
go to the
pulled up my pants
washroom.
and ran back to my car. My mom said to me, "Are you okay, sweetie?"
No.
I just smiled and said, "Yeah." And we continued driving. I didn't say anything to anyone about what I saw, and I still had to pee, but what was on my mind was that man I just saw. We finally arrived, and I was able to use the bathroom. Me and my brother were, and still are close, so that night while we were laying in our beds, I told him what I saw. And to my surprise, he didn't seem that freaked out when I told him. He looked down with a worried look on his face. Then he told me something he saw in the car while we were pulled over. He was looking outside of his window, which were farm fields. He said he saw what looked to be a family of 4 standing in the middle of a field, who were also holding lanterns. He then asked our mom who were those people,
That's kind of creepy.
and her response was, "What people? There's no one out there." And at that point, that's when I got back in the car.
Ghosts.
That night, and many nights after, me and my brother have discussed We discussed what we saw, and we didn't know if it was real or not, or our imagination. I personally still believe to this day what I saw was real.
Never
This
know.
story still haunts me and gives me chills every time I think of it. What do you think?
I'm thinking that maybe he was seeing things or something, because like you never, if one person sees something clearly there and someone else doesn't, then it's kind of like, but I mean, two people saw against the mom, so maybe, it's hard to say. I wasn't there, so.
When I was in high school, about 10 years ago,
Oh, damn.
I was home alone while my mom went to pick up my brother. And before my mom left, she told me to bring the dogs in. Now we had two beagles, one that was friendly but barked loud, and an older one that we had gotten from a shelter that was extremely protective and was not afraid to show his teeth. I usually ignored her and left them outside for a bit. I was in the back part of the house and was on the computer when I heard a noise. I walked to our front room and saw a young guy near the front door looking inside my house. I stood slightly out of sight
Can I help you?
and saw him walk back and forth between our window and then back to the door. And then he tried opening the door. Then he literally threw himself against the door. Immediately my blood went cold and I rushed to the back door and quietly yelled for the dogs to come in. They ran in and I herded them to the front room. Then I saw the mailbox slot open. I saw his eyes. He was looking right at me. Right away, my older beagle got on the defense and growled. It was more like, I'm gonna bite you type of growl, while the other one barked. I got my phone and called my mom and begged her to come back home, in which she did with my brother. They looked around and saw no other signs of entry. I triple check every door now, and even though those two dogs have passed away,
Aw.
I keep our current dog near me when I'm home alone. That was one of the scariest experiences I ever had in my life.
I have one little story. It's not really a story. It was like New Year's Eve or something, and then some guy went on my driveway. Like nothing happened. I'm assuming he was just drunk. Like he went on my driveway, and I was like so scared. I was like, oh my god, oh my god. That's basically it.
I'm a 21-year-old woman, and when I was 5 years old, I can remember a situation happening.
Okay.
Then when I was a little older, I figured out that it could have gone very bad. My street was full of kids, and our parents all knew each other.
Okay, good.
Every weekend, someone would have a sleepover. One Friday night, we all begged our parents to stay the night at Lisa's house. She was 6 years old at the time and lived 2 houses down from me. We were all outside, and once our parents said yes, we all went to our houses, bathed, grabbed blankets, and went to Lisa's house. After our parents dropped us off, Lisa's mother made everyone popcorn while we watched movies in Lisa's bedroom. We played and watched TV for hours. Then we all fell asleep. In the middle of the night, I woke up to Lisa's bedroom door opening while all of us girls were sleeping on the floor on
That's
top of
creepy.
blankets. When I turned toward the light that was outside of the open door, I saw Lisa's dad in the doorway looking at us. In my 5-year-old mind, I thought he was just checking on us, so I went back to sleep. After being asleep for a bit, I wake up again, and it's her door opening. It's her dad again. He's standing in the doorway looking at us with the camera. I thought it was weird, because he had his shirt off also.
Oh my god.
I didn't let him know that I was awoke. When he walked away from the door, I waited a few minutes and ran home. I knocked on my big sister's window, which was downstairs, and she let me in. I told my parents, and they never let me back over there again. A
Fair enough.
few years later, Lisa's father was arrested for trying to kidnap a little girl who was outside riding her bike near her house. Every time I think of that night at Lisa's house and what he was caught for, I cringe because who knows what he was thinking
Oh, I
and
know.
what he wanted to do. I'm glad he got caught and no other kids got hurt.
That's good.
Robin, this next story, every parent with little kids has to watch this.
You got that right,
A
George. A 7-year-old left alone for just a moment. Her mother was just a couple of aisles over in Walmart, and she was almost abducted.
ABC's Youngji Denise joins us live from
Oh
Atlanta
my
this
god.
morning. And you
Oh,
heard
fights
what
off
George said.
kidnapper, awesome.
Parents are going to be watching this with great interest.
It happened so fast. You can see the man grab 7-year-old Brittany Baxter, trying to carry her out of the Walmart toy aisle.
He just grabbed me.
It was just about 24 hours ago when Brittany, out sick from school, was shopping with her mom, who stepped away to grab some fruit, leaving her daughter to play in the toy aisle. That's when store cameras captured this man snatching Brittany, but the second grader put up a fight.
Good.
I was screaming and kicking him, trying to get away. He put his hand over my mouth.
Police say this is security video of a kidnapping suspect in action. A woman walked by a 4-year-old boy, just picked him up and carried him out of the McDonald's restaurant. Fortunately, she didn't get very far.
Excuse
A man
me.
grabbing a 13-year-old girl in Florida, dragging her through a store, her mother fighting back, as you can see.
What the
ABC's Eva Pilgrim is here with more on those terrifying moments.
What the hell are you doing?
Good morning, Robin. This morning, that Florida mom is being credited for saving her daughter as a stranger tried to take her from a store. Video showing the mom doing everything possible to keep the would-be kidnapper from getting her 13-year-old.
Oh my god. I didn't expect that, because like I didn't, you know, like I knew it was a short story and I was like, there's still 5 minutes left, so I wasn't sure. Well, okay, so that one was real. Or and maybe he was showing them in order, like that was the first one, the second one, I don't know. But apparently there's proof for all these, so apparently these are all true. They all seem like kidnapping stories, so I don't know why they weren't just called kidnapping stories, but now I know why it says watch until the end for the proof. But that's pretty scary though. Like I'm glad that they got caught, the people got caught. I'm glad no one was harmed, you know, and stuff like that. Obviously, always good when like you see a horror story and then no one gets harmed or anything. You know, it's all good and stuff, and it's awesome. God, I love that. So, yeah, really happy about that. But yeah, that's all I can really say. But yeah, again, my other story that I was saying right after the second story was so just I was just home New Year's Eve, like I am every New Year's Eve, and I just like see someone on the driveway at like 12 or 1 a.m. and I'm like, oh my god, I was so nervous. I called someone, they didn't answer because I was annoying, I was young, and they just thought I was asking them to play a game with me, as I normally did. I asked them to play a certain game with me at that time, so they just ignored me, and nothing happened or anything. They didn't, you know, open the door or anything, or try to open the door. I think they were just drunk and didn't know where they were going, so. And nothing came of that. But I do have a few stories or scary instances that I've had. Of course, most or all turned out to be nothing, like a knock on wood, but yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that everyone's okay, and hopefully everyone stays safe, and I'm really glad that 7-year-old put up a fight, otherwise she would not have been here today. And what the hell was up with that last one? Just dragging, like, someone's gonna notice you dragging someone through the store. Like, clearly that's not your kid. Like, what are you doing, my dude? Like, what are you doing? Like, who the hell do you think you are? Like, this is my kid. You're not taking him or her, so back the hell off. Anyway, that's it for this video. And again, if you notice that I'm tired and stuff, I am still tired and stuff. I've been complaining about tiredness for like 4 months now. And trust me, I've definitely seeking medical help, but it turns out it's just apparently stress and anxiety, so yeah, I'm going to an anxiety group type thing in February, so hopefully that'll help me, but just to help like my mental health and stuff. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.